beats us to the punch.
Hey there, Bare Knuckle News fans. Susan Cingari here with Louie Lopez. Louie, the fight really didn't go your way tonight, so thank you for taking the time to speak with us at Bare Knuckle News. Let's talk a little bit about it. It was a kind of a back-and-forth war to the fourth round.
Yeah, it was actually. He came out real aggressive, just like I thought he was. I was trying to get my timing down. His blitz was really good. He came forward faster than I thought he was going to come forward. But then I started landing shots. You know, I started kind of connecting a little bit. I started hitting him with my jab. I connected real good. I think I really fractured his nose or did something to his nose in the second round. So, yeah, it is what it is.
So by the fourth round, you were pretty much gassed. So he knocked you out.
Yes, he knocked me down. I fought a fight or two before, gassed a little bit. I did not want to fight gassed in this fight, and I didn't want to show people that I get tired in my fights. You know, we trained for 5 rounds. It's my fault that I didn't get the correct training for my cardio, and that was really all it is with Susan. I was just gassed. I didn't want to get up and be even more gassed and then get a full knockout where my eyes were in the back of my head. I was still conscious, so I just kind of, you know what I mean, kind of go back to the drawing board from there.
Good point about that, because people don't really understand how tough bare knuckle really is. And,
Sick.
you know, we talked to Townsville earlier tonight. He's fighting with 2 broken hands, and they just don't get it. It's such a difficult sport for people to understand, but we love it anyway. How did you specifically prepare for Bryan then?
We specifically prepared exactly how he was punching with the overhand, the looping overhands for the right, looping overhands for the left. Literally, that's literally how we trained. That's how come, if you guys were noticing, my distance was still there. I was still, every time I threw, and I knew his overhand was coming. He loaded up, and if you guys could see when you go back and watch the fight, I was pulling a lot of his overhands. He only caught me with a few of them, and those are the ones that actually mattered, though.
Now, are you on a different elevation than us?
Yes, I live in Montana. I believe we're 4,000. I think we're 4,000 feet elevation.
So did the change of elevation have any impact on your fight tonight, do you think?
It could have. I really just, there's no real excuses.
Right.
I just need to prepare a little bit better next time and force myself in sparring a little more is all.
We love you, Louie. No excuses, Louie here. But I got to ask you some very fun personal questions now. So you're a drummer in a metal band?
Yeah, actually, we've been playing since high school, man. A lot of my friends, we actually are starting to get together a little bit and kind of have a side project and play while I'm not training, and they love the bare knuckle fighting, and they also love playing music. So, and those are with my best friends since high school in my hometown, so that's what I get to do when I go home.
So you are a drummer, but do you play any other instruments?
No, I fiddle around when they go out and take a break, but I'm mainly a drummer. I've been playing drums since I was 5 years old.
I'm sure none of us knew that. That's a pretty cool story.
Yeah.
You're also a single parent. How do you balance that with your training and your drumming and your being with the band? It's kind of tough to be a single parent these days.
It's tough. The world's tough. Just raising your own self is tough. But yeah, it's a rush. You know, he's getting older, and it's tougher to kind of gauge what he's getting into, what he's not getting into, and sometimes I got to deal with him being older and not following the rules or whatnot, and it's just it's a tough balance. It really is.
So Louie, you are a proponent of autism, and so is Bryan as well. Did you know that beforehand?
I did not, actually. I didn't until he brought the flag out for the weigh-ins yesterday, and I honestly respected that. I really did. I really did.
Such a great cause. I know that many of the fighters in the past have also been doing autism and bringing awareness to them as well. How did you get involved in it?
To be honest with you, my girlfriend has an autism child. I love him to death. We kind of take our extra precaution. We take extra time to make sure he's directed correctly. And I kind of got involved that way. I just really, really give back. Even if it's just my girlfriend's kid, I still give back to taking extra time to take care and be aware, of an autistic child who really needs our help.
So amazing, because you also are a single parent, that you have time for another child with this spectrum of a disease. I really admire that.
Thank you, yeah. My son's older, he's 17, 18. He doesn't want to be around his dad much, but I try and force him, but it's all his friends. That's all he wants to do.
Before we go tonight, is there anything else you want to add?
Really, I just want to thank my team. I want to thank my brother Jimmy, my coach Jimmy. He's really did a lot for me. I want to thank my sponsors too, Missouri River Brewing, 9th Street Taco Shop, TAC Enterprise. I want to thank the Man Store. I want to thank everybody from Montana for backing me up and having my back. Montana, I love you all.
We love you, Montana. A lot of good fighters out of Montana. All right, before we go tonight, let's do our thing. Ready? For Bare Knuckle News, I'm Susan Cingari, and this is
Louie Lopez.
You remembered. And nobody beats us to the punch. Bam!